This is the sixth post in the Fireproof Selling Series contest, in which we're giving away almost $13,000 in prizes. This post is all about avoiding the limbo of prospects who are thinking about it, or will get back to you. Implement what we teach you here, and you'll never be stuck there again. We've already mentioned in this series that the worst outcome of a sales meeting isn't a no, but rather an I don't know. That's the worst thing that can happen, leaving the meeting without a firm decision one way or the other. Here's why it sucks. First, it means that the deal hasn't closed, which means you aren't getting paid. Second, it means that you have to waste time chasing after the prospect. Third, it means that at any time, prospects could call and say they're ready to get started, which would strain your resources like crazy. So yes, it sucks. In this post, you're going to learn what to do about it.
By the end of the sales meeting, you really need to have either gotten a yes or a no. If you haven't gotten either of these, then you need to learn a lesson about how to conduct a sales meeting. Any answer is better than a vague comment about thinking about it and getting back to you. You don't want potential clients to be hanging around in sales limbo. That's no way to run a business. You've spent your sales meeting conducting an earnest exploration of fit between yourself and the prospect. If you've done it properly, then you should mutually agree that either there is a fit or there isn't. If the fit is there, then it's time to move forward. If there isn't a fit, then it's time to gracefully part ways. You mustn't allow yourself to be put off without a decision one way or another. If you've followed the process that we shared with you for setting the meeting's agenda, your prospect will have already agreed that one way or another at the end of the meeting a decision would be made. So now all you have to do is remind them of that and get that decision from them. If they try to put you off and say they aren't sure, you need to make it clear that this is not what you agreed to. Don't be aggressive, just say 3 magic words, I don't understand, and wait for them to fill the silence. Most likely, if you can be patient and wait for them to speak, they'll come out with another sales objection, putting you back in the sales process.
The other thing that they might say is that they need to check with a supervisor or consult their budget. This is totally fine, but then you need to get a firm date by which time they will give you an answer. For example, and this is Danny acting as the prospect once again.
I need to check my finances.
I understand. That makes complete sense. When will you be able to do that?
Maybe next week.
Okay. Can we agree then that by the end of next week you will be able to give me an answer?
Yes, we can.
They can say yes, they can say no, and they can promise to give you an answer by a specific time. What they can't do is leave it hanging and open-ended. You may get to a point where, despite your best efforts, they still waffle around an answer. What we're about to say is going to be scary to some business owners, but trust us, this works. If they still waffle around, for example by saying that, I'm not sure about this right now, but maybe next month, for example, then you should say, shall we say it's a no then? This is frightening to business owners who have to sell because they feel like they'd be walking away from the sale. The truth is, though, that if the prospect isn't ready to say yes, then there isn't a sale. But this tactic might turn it into one. This works because by saying that, you take away the possibility of relieving their pain and its implications. They'll likely protest because they didn't really want to say no, they just had objections that they didn't want to share. This will push them to share the objections with you and put you back into the sales process. Keep at it until you've got an answer, one way or the other. If they say yes, then great. And if they say no, then you'll be liberated to pursue other prospects without this prospect hanging over your head. And remember, if someone is really indecisive, then it just may be better not to have them as a client anyway.
That's it for the post, but don't forget the contest. You could win over $10,000 in prizes. The Fireproof Selling Series is part of a contest with some amazing prizes that we're giving away on January 31st. If you want a chance to win, you need to 1. Sign up for our free 7-day business fireproofing video course. 2. Subscribe to receive blog updates by email. 3. Comment on each post in this series, answering the comment question at the end of the post. And 4. Share each post in the series with your friends by email, Twitter, Facebook, whatever works best for you. Just mention in your comment how you shared it. You can also read the more detailed instructions on the Firepole Marketing blog, but that's the gist of it right there.
Okay, time for your comment question. The comment question is, when's the last time you were put off, seemingly indefinitely, by a prospect?